Namaste, welcome everyone. Welcome to our class today. It is new moon today, new moon in Capricorn. If you're in the UK, it was at 5 a.m. this morning. So it's new moon evening today. So our practice, whenever we have in our practice, we try to synchronize with the lunar cycles so that we are in harmony with the natural rhythms that are around us, which our bodies can harmonize with. So for the new moon and the full moon, we have a practice which honors the moon and connects us with the Chandra Namaskar sequence, the lunar salutation or moon salutation sequence, which we do kind of every couple of weeks. Yeah, in between, well, it's a bit more than a couple of weeks, but between the new moon and the full moon. Our practice today is connected to the new moon in Capricorn, and we'll be bringing in some essence of the mountain goat. So we'll be bringing in elements of the earth practice to balance our lunar practice. I invite you to come into your comfortable seat, your Sukhasana, grounding down through sit bones, really grounding with the earth here. Perhaps you're seated on a block or a folded blanket. Lengthen through your spine, lifting your crown up towards the sky. Imagine that you are a vessel here as you sit, rising from the earth up towards the sky. Our mudras today, we're going to be using a couple of mudras to connect with lunar energy. And the seal or the gesture that we're going to start with is called Ushath Mudra. And this is the gesture of opening up to new possibilities, the gesture of the dawn, a new awakening, a new beginning. So with your fingers sort of very softly and gently extended, so not fierce today, just softly extended. And then we're going to thread our fingers together and just sort of the tips of the fingers. That's why I come a bit closer, you'll thread them together. So you can see I'm not taking them all the way through. I'm just aligning them so they look like a sort of a little bit of a gate. So if you look at it that way, you can see my fingers are just sort of threaded next to the fingers of the opposite hand, weaved, I guess. And your little finger of your left hand is going to be closest to you. So your palms are open, face up, your fingers are threaded next to each other, weaving. So, and then little finger is closest to you. All of your fingers are soft and gentle here. And you create this gesture of openness at your lap. So you can rest your hands on your lap, your forearms onto your thighs. Your shoulders are relaxed here. A gesture of openness to new possibilities, new beginnings. The gesture of the dawn. And this is the first moon of the new year. The first new moon of a new year. A new beginning, a new lunar cycle. Closing your eyes or gazing downwards, inward, softening your gaze, softening through your shoulders, maintaining this firmness of spine that is reaching up like a vessel from the earth towards the sky. So the front of the body is soft. The back of the body is connected to the earth and erect. The harmony between the softness and the openness of the front of the body. And the firmness of the back of the body, the length of the spine, connecting to resilience, strength. Imagining that you are a mountainside covered in moss or soft snow. So underneath the mountain, it is granite, and the mountain may be covered by softness, life. Our mantra for today is Om Shri Chandraya Namaha, invoking the Lord of the Moon. This is known as the moon mantra. Chandra means moon. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. So we'll chant Om Shri Chandraya Namaha, call and response 3 times, and then we'll open with Om, inhaling to prepare. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Together. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Together. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Together. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Hands together in Namaskar at the heart, chanting Om. Inhale to prepare. Om. 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 Hands to your eyebrow center. Namaste. And welcome, yogis, welcome. So our mantra, Om Shri Chandraya Namaha, it enables us to see more clearly, have greater clarity of vision. As the moon enters a dark period, and the moon has been in a period of darkness, and as it returns to a period of lightness or becoming more visible to us, it helps to balance our perspective, our view of things. So while we've been in this period of darkness, and we've seen this reflected in the world around us in recent times, the minds, the spirits, the thoughts, the disposition may darken. And as we move through into a more enlightened vision, as the moon begins to show itself more clearly to us, the silver glow, the light of the moon, will help to guide us towards greater clarity, clearer vision, the truth, the objective truth to which we become more aware of. The calling towards our purpose may become clearer. This clarion call may become clearer, as well as our vision. Our practice today will be along the length of our mat rather than back and forwards. So you will want to probably have your mat facing this way so that you can see me clearly, you can see the screen clearly. And it doesn't matter whether you start on the left. I'm going to start on the left side of my mat. So if you Bear in mind where the left of your mat is, that's the side you're going to want facing the camera. When I go to my left, you'll be going to your left too. Our second mudra that we're going to use today is Chandragala Mudra. Chandragala Mudra. So we'll bring this in at different points. For this mudra, curl in your middle ring and little fingers and extend your index and thumb so that you create this sort of L shape. This is Chandragala Mudra. So this is the mudra for the crescent moon. And so we have a crescent moon now, and you can see this very clearly when you hold your hands. You can see the crescent shape that you've created with your index and your thumb. And this is the mudra for growth and creativity. So we'll be going between the Ushath Mudra and the Chandragala Mudra. Let's remove our folded blanket or block if you are sitting on it, and bring the soles of our feet together so that you have this generous diamond shape here. Now you can maintain this generous diamond shape, or if you are interested and keen on bringing your heels a little bit closer to you, this will create a narrow diamond shape. But check how this feels in your hips. Be where you feel comfortable. So I'm going to be sort of a little bit halfway between the two. This will depend on how our hips feel. Lengthen through your spine again here. Create this vessel in your spine, this sensation in your spine. Take a full breath here. And a full breath out. And now as you inhale, visualize your breath as a silver light. Trace this silver light through your nostrils as it enters you and travels down the length of your spine, passing through your lungs, your diaphragm, down towards your navel, the seat, the sit bones, the tailbone, wherever you wish to travel this light through, so that it covers the whole length of your spine from your nostrils. This sphere of light, silver light, a shard of light, like the crescent moon. And as you exhale, release the silver light. Draw your navel in towards the spine and allow this light to retreat out through your nostrils. Inhaling the silver light, allowing the shard of light to travel down the length of your spine, passing through the lungs, the ribs, the diaphragm, the navel, down towards your sit bone, your tailbone. And as you exhale, contract your navel and withdraw or allow this silver light to retreat, traveling the length of your spine back and out through your nostrils. This crescent moon light entering and leaving your body, this shard of light flowing through you. And connecting with new beginnings, rebirth, regeneration, a transformative energy within this, under this new moon. One more breath here with this silver light of the moon, the crescent moon. Let's release the left leg long as you release this breath. Tuck in the right heel as close as you can to your body now. Lengthen here. Place the left hand on the earth. Reach up and over with the right hand in Chandragala Mudra. So extend your index, extend your thumb. Chandrakala over to the left with your right arm. Inhale through center. Chandragala Mudra on the left hand, reaching up and over towards the right. Inhale through center. Both arms reaching up in Chandragala. Turn your heart over your left leg and reach towards your toes. Imagining this silver shard of light extended through the length of your arms, reaching out through your index. One more breath here. You can relax and soften your neck and shoulders if you wish. Keep reaching forward towards that toe. Janusasana variation, head to knee pose. One more breath. Engage your core. Inhale, lift your hands overhead. Take a moment here. Exhale, look over to the right. Bring your fingertips to the earth. A gentle twist here, looking over your right shoulder. One more breath. Inhale, turn back to center. Counter twist over to the left. Fingertips on the earth. Inhale to center. Take a moment here. Tuck in the left foot. Bring the soles of your feet together wherever you are. This could be your generous diamond, or perhaps you bring your heels in a little bit closer this time. Take a moment here. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Inhale to center. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Inhale to center. Take a moment and then let's extend the right leg long. Tuck in the left heel. And again, let's place the right fingertips, the right hand on the earth. Create your Chandragala Mudra with your left hand and reach up and over with your left arm towards the right. So as we open a new chapter in this new year, knowing that already we have a story left over from the previous year. Inhale through center, exhale over to the left with your Chandragala Mudra. I don't know whether you call it a preface in a book. Inhale through center. Take a moment here. Reach up with both arms, Chandragala Mudra. Exhale, turn over to your right arm and hinge and reach as far forward as you can go towards your feet, towards your toes. Maintaining your mudra here. So as we are in Capricorn, visualize the journey of a mountain goat and the spirit of a mountain goat. Not the most glamorous of creatures, yet hardy, determined, resilient, resourceful. Mountain goat that can survive and cope with the most challenging of environments, of climates. One more breath here. Inhale to reach up. As you exhale, turn over to the left. Twist here, look over to your left shoulder, past your left shoulder. So channeling that energy of that we summon up, this energy of resilience, of determination, of purposefulness, of climbing that sheer rock face. That's not an easy journey. It's an easy mountainside to scale. Inhale, turn over to the right to counter twist there. Inhale back to center. Let's extend both legs long for a moment. Windshield wiper your toes, one way, then the other way. Point through your toes. Reach up with your arms. Your arms can be parallel or you can open them wide. Pointing through your toes. Pointing through your index. Chandragala Mudra. One breath here. As you exhale, let's hinge forward, flex your toes, reaching forward. So you can bring your hands to the earth or you can have them reaching ahead, lifted from the earth. Some of us might have more space in which to fall forward. Some of us may have less space. So think about how in the when you reach the peak of the mountain and you look out and beyond to where you are going. And you can look behind to see where you've come from, the route or the path that you have traveled. Inhale back to center, reach up, bring your hands to the earth, bring the soles of your feet to the earth, have your knees bent here. Now, option here, we're going to move into Molassen, yogi squat. You can stay in Molassen in this variation where you're seated on the floor, or you can lift yourself up and come into Molassen and hover with your seat slightly lifted. Or you can place a cushion, a low footstool, or some blocks underneath your sit bones here. So whatever feels comfortable for you and sustainable for you. Interlace all your fingers now and extend your index, cross your thumbs. This is Kylie Mudra. This is one of our tried and tested mudras that we regularly come to. Bring your hands towards your heart. If you have your elbows on the inside of your knees, gently apply some pressure. Take a moment here. So grounded through our feet, crown lifted. Visualizing this mountain that we have scaled, this sheer rock face, the hurdles, the obstacles, the challenges, the difficult experiences that we have had over the previous cycle, previous year. All that we have overcome, resisted, challenged. Inhale, reach up with your arms like a vessel here. One more breath. With the knowledge and the experience and understandings you have gained, you're able to forge a path ahead. One more breath, release your hands, bring them to the earth. Inhale, everybody lift up. Take your feet, heel toe them wide into wide-legged stance. Your hands can be resting on the blocks, on the earth, on a low footstool. Crown is reaching down here. Have your toes pointing forward and allow the energy to reach out through the outer edges of your feet. Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged forward fold. Allow your head to be heavy, neck, shoulders to be relaxed. Now, wherever you are, especially if your hands are resting on something, turn your palms face up. Interlace your fingers to come into Ushath Mudra, this open palm facing up mudra of new possibilities of the dawn. And so my hands are resting on the earth because I have quite long arms and long fingers. If you have your hands on a block or a low footstool, or if you are some way from the earth, you can have your arms just chilling out and hanging out here. One more breath here, thinking of what it is that you want your new beginnings to look like. The knowledge that you have gained and the new knowingness that you have from your experience in the last year. How can that inform your path forward? One more breath here. Inhale halfway. So crown reaching forward now, tailbone reaching back. Again, maintain your Ushath Mudra with your hands. Exhale, fold and soften through your crown, neck and shoulders. Lowering your crown towards the earth, towards your palms. Inhale halfway, crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Last time, exhale to fold and release down towards the earth with your crown, bending into your elbows, softening through your neck and shoulders. And finally, back to halfway, Ardha Prasarita Padottanasana. Crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back, halfway lift in wide-legged stance. This new moon will help you have vision for your life's meaning and purpose, for your calling, so that you come into alignment with yourself, with your community. Release your Ushath Mudra. Inhale. Let's bring our heel toe closer together, all the way so your feet come closer together. Either your big toes touch or they're hip distance wide. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Leave your left fingertips on the earth and reach up with your right hand in Chandragala Mudra. One breath here. Exhale, right fingertips to the floor. Reach up with your left fingertips in Chandragala Mudra. Exhale to the earth. And now let's reach up with both hands, Chandragala Mudra, and then let's interlace all of our fingers. Our index is already extended. Cross your thumbs. You can come into Kylie Mudra here in a forward fold. If this does not feel like you can bring your hands closer together, your option is to leave your fingers reaching up, or you can take hold of your wrists or elbows, or rest your hands on your lower back. So Chandragala Mudra, if your hands are not connected, if your hands come together, you can see you can move quite easily into Kylie Mudra here. One more breath. Bend deeply into your knees wherever you are. Inhale, lift your crown, lift your heart, lift all the way up to standing in Tadasana. Your hands are either interlaced behind your back or your wrists are holding your forearms, or you have your hands on your lower back. If you have your hands on your lower back, now you can release them and interlace into your Kylie Mudra. Draw your hands down towards the earth. Lift your crown. Lengthen through your spine here. Take a moment. Inhale. Release your hands. Reach up and over Kylie Mudra here. Reach through your fingertips. As you exhale, let's bend over to the left. Chandrasana pose. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Step over to the left of your mat. So over to the left with the left foot. So you'll have a sort of a wide-legged stance here. Not very wide. Not as wide as when we're in the middle of the mat. Bend into your knees. Exhale, hinge forward. And again, bring your crown down towards the earth. Float your arms behind you. Either come into your Chandragala Mudra or interlace your fingers to come into your Kylie Mudra. Crown reaching forward. One breath here. Inhale, bend into your knees. Begin to reach up with your crown, your heart. Draw your hands down towards the earth or interlace your fingers if they're not together and step over with your right foot to the end of your mat here. Release your hands. Reach up and over. I'm very close to my cherry blossom light here. Reach up and over in Kylie Mudra. Exhale over to the left. In Chandrasana, crescent moon pose here. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Bring your hands towards your heart in Namaskar. Step wide across your mat, as wide as you can go. Arms open in star pose. Bring your hands into your Chandragala Mudra. Index and thumb extended. Middle ring and little finger folded in. One breath here. Turn your right toes to the top of your mat. Hinge over to the right as far as you can reach. And then bring your right hand down towards your right leg, onto a block, onto the earth, wherever your right hand reaches, whatever feels comfortable for you here. This left hand can reach up in Chandragala Mudra, or you can always bring it to your hips. So I'm maintaining Chandragala Mudra here in Trikonasana. Full breath here. Exhale, bring the left hand down towards the earth. You may want to bend into your right knee. Fingertips can be on the earth, on blocks, or you can have them resting on your leg. Before you do that, bend deeply into your knee if you need to touch the earth. Step forward slightly with your left foot. Have it at a 45-degree angle so that we can come into pyramid pose. Parshavottanasana. Parshavottanasana. These pyramid base can be narrow or wide, so you can always shuffle your right foot out towards the outer edge of your mat. And when you're ready here, soft bend in that right knee if you need to protect, or a deep bend. Soften through your neck, your crown, your shoulders. Fingertips can stay resting on the earth, on your block, so you can bring them to rest on your right leg. You can even bring them to your hips if you find that you wobble too much with your hands on your legs. And remember to take a wide pyramid base. One breath here. Inhale, halfway lift. So now you can crown reaches forward. And now your fingertips may not reach the earth. So again, you can bring them into Namaskar at the heart, or Kylie Mudra, I prefer here. Your fingertips can be on the earth. We are all in different places. One breath here. Bend into your right knee now. Take that left foot further back. Left knee on the earth or left knee lifted. Yogi's choice. Low lunge here. Inhaling, let's rise up in Crescent Pose and Uttanasana. Again, bring your hands into your Chandragala Mudra or interlace into Kylie Mudra. Yogi's choice here. Your knee is on or off the mat. Again, Yogi's choice. Arms can be parallel with your Chandragala Mudra or fingers interlaced in Kylie Mudra. One breath here, wherever you are, knee lifted, connected with the earth. Exhale, bring your hands down to the earth. And now we're going to move into our Skandasana pose. So for Skandasana pose, begin to rotate your heart over towards the left where you have all of this space. Pivot on that left foot. And your options here are to come onto the ball of your right foot, to come on directly to the earth with your sit bones, or to sit on a low footstool or a block. Yogi's choice here. Fingertips can stay on the earth for balance. So your Skandasana, your variation. We will all be in different places, working with our body, not against our body. So when you have found your variation of Skandasana, either directly on the earth with your sit bones or supported by a low footstool or blocks or a bolster, or hovering here. Or perhaps you have the sole of your right foot completely on the floor. That may well be an option. Flex that left foot. Bring your hands in Kylie Mudra at the heart, or leave your fingertips and turn them into your Chandragala Mudra. So your index is resting gently on the earth to support you, thumb extended. If that feels too much, you can keep all your fingertips on the earth. Yogi's choice. Wherever you are. One breath here. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Now we're going to walk over to the middle. Lift your sit bone. Low crouch here. Then rise up into Devi Asana, goddess pose. Turn your toes out. Bend deeply into your knees. Bend into your elbows. Fingers in Chandragala Mudra here. So think about now while you're here, and you're going to start feeling this in your thighs. I'm sorry. Now think about having looked back, and when we're at that peak of the mountain, and we look back and we see all of the rocks that we have climbed over, all of the scrub that we have worked our way through. It may not have been an easy journey. Certainly hasn't been for all of us this year, in this last year. And what have you learnt during that journey? What new knowledge has come to the forefront of your mind? One breath here. As you straighten through your knees, reach up with your arms. Variation of Tadasana. Bend into your knees, bend into your arms. Inhale to straighten. So we'll do that 3 times, rising with the in-breath, falling and coming into Devyasana. So Tadasana, extended, Devyasana with your elbows and knees bent. And then thinking about all of the challenges and what they have taught you. What you have learned about other people, what you have learned about your society. Let's come back into Devi Asana. Bring your fingertips, interlace them into Ushath Mudra, this new dawn. Left index, left little finger closest to you. I know you're feeling it in your thighs. Sink a little bit lower. There's the strength, the resilience, the fortitude of the mountain goat climbing this sheer mountain. One more breath here. Straighten through your legs. Take a moment. Release that feeling in your thighs. Let's turn that left toe up towards the top of the mat. Take a moment here. Let's go to take our arms out. Hinge over to the left now. So left toes pointing towards the short edge of the mat. Hinge over to the left. Let's bring the left fingertips down towards the earth and right fingertips up towards the sky or on your hips. Trikonasana on this side. Thinking about your new beginning. Thinking about your new beginning as seeds that you plant and nourish with your practice. One more breath here. As you exhale, let's bring the right hand down towards the earth. Bend into that left knee. Hop slightly with your right foot to come into your pyramid base. Take a moment here, fingertips on the earth or on blocks or low footstool. Soften through your crown, your neck, your shoulders. In pyramid here, Uttanasana. One breath here. Let's inhale, halfway lift. So crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Your hands may come up off the earth here. You can rest them on your left leg. You can have them on your hips perhaps, or you can have them in Kylie Mudra at the heart. Or your arms may be super long and you can still touch the fingers on the earth. That'll be interesting. So you could be like this. One more breath. Exhale to fold. Inhale halfway one more time. I can't remember how many times I did it the other time on the other side. So let's just do 3 on this side. Maybe I just did it once. My mind needs lightening up yet. It's still cloudy. And then halfway. And now this time when we release our fingers into the earth, bend deeply into your left knee, pivot on your ball of your right foot coming into low lunge. Your right knee can come to the earth or can stay lifted. Yogi's choice. Inhale to Anjaneyasana, Crescent Pose. Arms can be parallel or you can interlace your fingers and come into Kylie Mudra. So your choice here. You'll either be with your knee on the earth or knee lifted. One more breath, release your hands to the earth. And again, let's turn to the right now, to the length of our mat where we have the space. Coming into Skandasana on this side. Again, your option, Yogi's options. Sit bones directly on the earth, right leg extended. Toes can be pointing or flexed, whatever feels comfortable for your thigh here. You could be sitting on a block, or you could be on the ball of your left foot, yogi's choice. Fingertips can stay on the earth. You can come into your Chandragala Mudra with your index finger on the earth. You can bring your hands in Kylie Mudra at the heart. Whichever variation you're in. Kylie Mudra, as you can see with that pointed index finger, you can see it comes from the Chandragala Mudra. So now you can see how the mudras are linked with one another and how you can flow through a sequence of mudras. The Kylie Mudra is for clarity, for cutting through, for purity of vision, of intention. One more breath here. I know you've been here for a while maybe. And we're going to roll onto that right foot, lift our sit bone, come into the middle of our mat with our knees deeply bent. We're going to rise into Devi Asana, goddess pose. Before we do that, you might want to straighten out your leg because you might be feeling it in that left thigh. Inhale, keeping your knees bent, turn your toes out in the same direction, rise up in Kylie Mudra. Again, into Devi Asana with your Chandragala Mudra. We're going to inhale to reach through our fingertips, Tadasana variation. Exhale to bend into Devi Asana. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling to come down towards the earth. Three times. And then let's bring our hands together in Ushath Mudra, the dawn of possibilities. So rooting into the earth through your feet, lengthening through your spine, relaxing your shoulders. Fingers are soft here. Visualize this shard of light, the silver glow of the crescent moon, traveling the length of your spine as you inhale and exhale, clearing out the turmoil, the turbulence, the flux, the instability, the sense of revolution and insurrection that we have seen and witnessed around us, much of it founded on damaging and baseless rhetoric. And remembering the fight for justice, that the fight for justice is very different to the fight for preservation of power. One more breath here, straighten through your legs to release your thighs a little bit. And now we're going to step over to the right a little bit. So let's bring that left foot a bit closer. Inhale, reach overhead with your Kylie Mudra. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to center. Bring your hands down towards your heart and take your left foot in your Kylie Mudra if you wish. Left foot to meet the right foot. And now you're at the right side of your mat. Take a moment here. So we've gone through that quite slowly. The more you become familiar with your practice, and if you repeat this practice, then you can go at a pace with much more smoothness and flow than when we're teaching it in class. Take a moment here. We're going to move into our balance. And the balance that I think that we should practice today is eagle. So eagle Garudasana. So you can come back to the middle of your mat. Just step across. or you can stay at the top of your mat if you wish. Lift your toes and place them one by one on the earth and really ground down, thinking about an eagle perched on the mountainside, casting its gaze across the landscape before it, the landscape around it, the horizon in the distance. Inhale to zip up through the midline to come to standing in Tadasana. Hands at either side, fingers gently curled, or you can have your Chandragala Mudra here if you wish. And again, visualizing this silver shard of moonlight. And as it passes through your body, it's enlivening, awakening, regenerating, transforming. This moment of rebirth at this point of the year, the lunar cycle. Shifting your weight into your left foot. Peel your right heel off the earth. You can bring your right heel to your left ankle. Hands can come onto your hips. You can bring your right foot to your shin or to your inner thigh. Oh no, we're going to do, directly into eagle, tree pose, haven't I? We're going to go into eagle. So we're here. Let's go back to the heel and let's cross our right leg over our left leg. Do you know, I had my eyes closed and I was just visualizing where I was and what I was. I just got carried away. So that right foot can stay on the earth with the toes on the earth or the ball of the foot on the earth. You can wrap, and again, you can have your hands on your hip. You can wrap that right foot around the back of your left leg, so it's coming into this double bind here. Keep finding something on the horizon that's not going to move for your balance. So here we are with our legs, two options for our legs. You can also place a block and have your foot on a block if it feels more comfortable here. Now open out with your arms, creating this wingspan of the eagle. Bringing your arms together in front of you parallel, let's cross the right arm over the left. And bring your hands to your shoulders, backs of hands together, or your left fingertips on your right palm, and have your index and thumb of your right palm in Chandragala Mudra. Lift your elbows here. One full breath here. Open out your arms, the span of the eagle wing. This time, let's take the left elbow over the right. Arms, hands on shoulders, backs of hands, or right fingertips. And you might fall out, come back in. Keep focusing on something ahead that's not going to move past your arms. Left hand now in Chandragala Mudra. I know your left leg is feeling it. One more breath. Open out your wingspan. Uncross your legs. Bring your hands back. Maybe shake out that left leg if you need. Refocus on your horizon, your drishti, the focal point that's not going to move. Back in your Tadasana. So reroute through your feet. Zip up through the midline to rise up. Then let's shift the weight to the right leg and peel off the left leg. The left foot rather. Cross the left foot over the right leg. You can keep the ball of your foot on the earth, the toes of your foot on the earth. You can place a low footstool or a block there and have your foot on a block or a low footstool. You can wrap your foot around the back of your right leg. Hands in Chandragala. Now you can keep your hands on your hips, that's fine. Open out your arms. You can even use that one hand on a wall for balance if you wish here with this open wings of the eagle. Bringing your arms together. Let's take the left elbow over the right first and come into your variation with hands. Backs of hands, hands on shoulders, or right fingertips. And again, you may fall out here. So I'll talk to you about that another time, not today. Let's keep you balanced here. You don't need to have a lecture from me now. I've got my left hand in Chandragala Mudra. Lift your elbows. You can have your hands on your shoulders here. And if you fall out, remember your left toes can help you balance and regroup. So you'll see that I lose my balance sometimes. Well, quite often actually. Most of the time you don't see me falling. Open out your arms in your wingspan. Let's go the other way, right elbow on top of left. And again, coming into your variation with Garudasana. Oh, my right leg is feeling it today. One more breath. Open out your wings. Release that leg. Shake it out. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Oh, that one was feeling it extra much today. That's all the walking I'm doing. Coming into your Tadasana, standing mountain. We're going to come directly to the earth. Take your feet apart. Turn out your toes, bend into your knees, come down in Molassen. You can come directly onto your sit bones. Pull up your blocks, interlace your fingers, come into your Kylie Mudra here. Now set your mind clearly on your seeds, your intentions, your new beginnings, how you will gather nourishment in this period going forward or the year going forward. Be clearer or find clarity about your identity, your purpose, your calling in life. Thinking about how you can move forward and how you can take your community forward with you. Leaving behind turmoil, anger, aggression, violence. One more breath here. Inhale to reach up. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Exhaling, hands to the earth. Sit bones to the earth. Maybe you hug your knees in here. Maybe you windshield wiper them from left to right. Whatever you need. And then let's extend our legs long. Feet together, Dandasana, coming into our Dandasana staff pose. Flexing your toes, spine is tall, crown reaching up. Reach overhead, coming into your Chandragala Mudra. If you wish, you can come into your Kylie Mudra because that might give you more flight. Yogi's choice. As you exhale, hinge forward, reach as far forward as you can go, Uttanasana. One more breath. You're going to soft bending your knees here. Exhale, release your hands to the earth. Slide them back towards you, rising up. Bend into your knees slightly. We're going to come down towards the earth. Engage your core, keeping that firm. Take a moment here with your knees bent. Extend your legs long. Reach overhead with your hands. You can either interlace your fingers into your Ushath Mudra, so that those fingers halfway interlaced over your head. If you have lots of space over your head, which I don't necessarily here, as I put my feet on my dog bed. You can do Kylie Mudra overhead. So fingers can be interlaced in Ushath Mudra with your elbows bent, or arms can be extended in Kylie Mudra, yogi's choice. As you exhale, let's walk your feet over to the bottom left-hand corner of your mat. And then walk your shoulders and head over to the top left-hand corner of your mat. You can cross your right ankle over your left leg. So this is a pose that we often do in yin. This is Supta Chandrasana, reclined moon pose, or crescent moon pose. So you'll be feeling this extension on your right side. One more breath here. Inhale back to center with your head and shoulders. Uncross your legs, walk them through center over to the bottom right-hand corner of your mat. And again, you can cross your left ankle over your right leg if you wish, and walk your head and shoulders to the top right-hand corner. Again, remember your arms can be elbows bent with your fingers gently interlaced in Ushath Mudra, or you can have your arms extended in Kylie Mudra. And you'll feel the extension here on the left side of your body. One more breath. Walk your head and shoulders back to the middle. Release your Kylie Mudra. Walk your feet back to the middle. Take your arms alongside you for a moment. Let's have Shavasana here. Your Shavasana can be as short or as long as you like. Remember, if you have long COVID symptoms here, lying on your back might feel challenging. You can roll over onto your side in Sleeping Krishna instead. Yogi's choice. Come onto your left side if you're doing Sleeping Krishna. And I'm going to give you a moment or two here. In your mind's eye, visualize this silver light on your breath, traveling through the length and breadth of your body, reaching out through each leg, each foot, reaching out through both arms, hands, the crown, so that you're creating this five-pointed star, silver light radiating out from your feet, your hands, your crown, giving rebirth, regenerating and transforming each of your cells and every part of your body as it travels through you. Helping to prepare you for the new cycle, the new year, the new lunar cycle. And as you lie here, muse upon the moon. Meditate on the moon, the silver crescent that you can see, and the part of the moon that is in dark shadow that you cannot see. Knowing that the moon is in its entirety, even when you do not see it. The moon is a scientific, objective fact of reality. It is the truth. It doesn't depend on our opinions, our views. It is there for all of us to see. One more breath here. As you inhale, begin to waken up your fingers and toes. And roll over gently onto one side. with helping hands, rising up into your Sukhasana. Bringing your hands in Ushath Mudra, fingers softly interlaced, palms face up and open. This gesture of the dawn of new possibilities. Closing our class, our session, our time together by chanting Om Shri Chandraya Namaha 3 times. And then Om Shanti. Inhale fully. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. With great respect and love, I honor the moon. I honor my community. I honor my family and friends. Thank you.